Hi there. Thank you so much for joining us. The day is finally here. The solar eclipse begins in just minutes. And right now, we're taking a live look at my old stomping grounds, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, where hundreds of people, hundreds of thousands of people are gathering to watch the event. Now, crowds are also gathering in Kerrville, Texas, another location in the path of totality, expected to see more than 4 minutes without the sun. In the Twin Cities, we can also expect to see 74% coverage starting in a few minutes and peaking around 2 this afternoon. And of course, Jamie, it is cloudy out there, my friend, but you know what? Real friends make sure that we're prepared, okay?
Yes.
So I am prepared for you, and I know you have one too, thanks to our wonderful Michelle Beck.
Yes. Glasses are back in the weather center right now,
Yes.
but yes, always be prepared. For us today, I think it's just going to look like the clouds get a little darker for a while and then start to brighten up a little bit. I don't think everybody is going to miss out on it. There's a few breaks in the clouds looking to the southwest corner of the state. So again, you'll find enough breaks in the clouds. You might be able to pick out what's going on with the moon and the sun today, but dropping further and further south is going to be more ideal. Showers still across the north country right now. And when we take a wide zoomed out look right here, you can see between, say the southern half of Iowa into about northern Arkansas, a nice wide open area, but those clouds from southern Texas moving up towards the Ohio River Valley, those are going to keep blossoming, and that's what's been the big problem in terms of the view today. There's a look at what's expected around the noon hour. We'll take this out to about 2 o'clock when everything peaks. And again, along that path of totality, be a little tough going in some spots, but not a complete loss and not a complete, cloud out, shall we say.
You know what? So many people are so excited. Jamie, it's just trying to figure out where they want to be and where they want to look at it. Thank you so much for giving us that visual. And you know, we've heard it before, but if you are headed out to look at the eclipse, you got to protect your eyes. Michelle Beck shows us what will work safely.
I picked up these glasses over the weekend at Hy-Vee in Robbinsdale. This one, the manager says as of last night that supply is running low, so you should go out and get a pair if you can. These ones at the Bell Museum are no longer for sale. If you can get these, great. There are some homemade options that are optometrist approved too. Make sure it says ISO 1231-2-2, which is the standard for solar viewing. The important thing is you protect your eyes, and regular sunglasses won't cut it. Even the clouds out there today do not protect your eyes from damage. Dr. Christian Larson tells us looking at the eclipse even for a few seconds without protection could lead to permanent vision loss.
During an eclipse, because it is dark, your pupil's bigger. So you're actually letting in more of that bad light that can be harmful to the back of your eyes.
So make sure you got these ready. Peak time is around 2 o'clock our time. In St. Paul, Michelle Beck, KARE 11 News.
Well, right now, the Bell Museum in St. Paul is open to anyone hoping to celebrate today's eclipse. They'll have telescopes set up outside and planetarium shows as well, which sounds pretty fun to me. I mean, there will also be 2 live streams of the eclipse so everyone can see what totality looks like. It's happening right now until 4 p.m. And as things start to get darker in just a few minutes, we will have special coverage of the eclipse right here on KARE 11. NBC News is holding a special report from the ground and sky. And on KARE 11 Plus, we will have live coverage from all across the country, beginning right after this. Well, the Minneapolis Budget Committee was expected to vote today on funding to replace Uber and Lyft in the city, but it didn't happen. It was taken off the agenda. The plan suggests allocating $150,000 in funding to help support new and existing rideshare alternatives. Both Uber and Lyft could leave the city in about 3 weeks because of a new ordinance mandating higher driver pay. The whole council could reconsider it this Thursday, and in minutes, Mayor Jacob Frey is urging them to do just that. He's calling for a less significant pay increase that matches findings in a recent statewide study. Also happening today, a new rideshare service is starting up in the metro. It's called Carepool, based out of Wisconsin, and it purchased another service called Mobility for All. The service caters to older people and those with disabilities. Riders can book trips from an app or by phone. Well, week 2 of the Apple River stabbing trial is happening right now. 54-year-old Nicolay Mew is charged with killing 17-year-old Isaac Schumann and hurting 4 others 2 years ago. So far today, we've heard witness testimony from a surgeon who was on duty when 3 of the people stabbed arrived at the hospital. He was asked about how the injuries were created and the blood alcohol levels of the people who were hurt. Prosecutors could rest their case as soon as today. We'll have more from inside the courtroom tonight at 4 and 6. As the Israel-Hamas war continues, U.S. officials say they're ready for a potential attack from Iran and on American and Israeli assets in the Middle East. Officials are predicting a significant attack as early as this week. Last week, Israel struck the Iranian consulate in Syria. The Biden administration says if Iran responds, it almost guarantees a regional conflict. Well, for the first time today, former President Donald Trump is announcing his official stance on abortion law in the U.S. in a video message.
My view is now that we have abortion where everybody wanted it from a legal standpoint, the states will determine by vote or legislation or perhaps both, and whatever they decide must be the law of the land.
Trump says each state should be allowed to set its own limit on abortions and is in support of exceptions in cases of incest, rape, and health concerns of the mother. He also says he is in support of available IVF options in every state. Right now, President Biden is in Madison, Wisconsin, where he's expected to talk about a new student loan forgiveness plan. His new policies would target specific groups, including people whose debt is now greater than what they originally borrowed because of interest. The proposals still need to be finalized. Events are just beginning in Madison, and of course, we'll have continuing coverage later on this evening. Well, you know, the big story today, the eclipse, so many people talking about it. I was at the beauty salon the other day, and one of my dear friends, Miss Betty, hey, Miss Betty, she was like, where do I get those glasses from, Alexis? And so, Miss Betty, look, I got you covered. I got a glasses for you right here, I'm telling you. Yeah. So many people are very interested in what it will feel like and see.
Yeah, and it's, you know, it's not often you get to experience something like that. President's in Madison, that might be a good spot. Parts of Missouri, Indiana, Illinois, all looking pretty good right now for viewing. I think the best videos may come out of the state of Maine, though. Really? Because they should have clear skies throughout the entire thing.
It's not because they're going to have really good crabs to eat.
No, but there is that too.
Yes, because a good meal makes everything better. But keep going.
Yeah. So, but around here, I think a few breaks in the clouds might be about it. Here's a look at that time lapse, and we start with that heavy cloud cover, some early morning showers. The cloud cover starts to lift. Start to see a little more of the skyscrapers. 47 right now, feeling like 41. Those winds are going to be breezy, not nearly as strong as what they were this weekend, but we are still going to have a noticeable southwest breeze today. It's going to help warm temperatures up slowly and steadily throughout the rest of the day. Unfortunately, it's not going to do much for our cloud cover. However, for folks in southern Minnesota, especially where I-90 and I-35 come together down towards Albert Lea, might actually get to enjoy or see a little bit of the eclipse, not 100% on what we're going to be dealing with there. But I also want to point out that rain chances will pick up again tonight. We may even be talking about a few sprinkles or a few light showers sneaking in from the northwest there on Thursday. So again, we're not going into a very dry pattern, but it will be a drier pattern over the next several days. Temperatures across the area right now, under these clouds, we are hovering in the 30s and 40s. We'll start to see a little sunshine to our south and southeast. Temperatures there will pop, but unfortunately for us, we are going to be stuck with a lot of 40s for today. And when you take a look, you can see that counterclockwise rotation, our area low pressure is now north of the metro. It's going to continue to weaken as it moves north. We're going to get a little more of that southwest breeze today, and again, that's going to help move those temperatures a little further up bit by bit. Satellite and radar right now, and this is visible satellite. So again, this is like taking a snapshot, and you can see as you look towards Marshall and areas to the south, again, just some breaks in the clouds there. That's going to continue to migrate to the east along the I-90 corridor. Meanwhile, scattered showers still up around the Arrowhead and into northern Minnesota. Then I want to take a wide shot here. Also, visible satellite, like a snapshot, and I threw the path of the eclipse on it, and it is looking like along and north of that line, conditions look better than areas to the south. But again, I think from Missouri, maybe even northern Arkansas, right through Indiana, and possibly into Ohio, we could see some decent viewing there. And then again, I think the state of Maine probably has some of the best video just because they'll have the clear skies for the longest period of time. So scattered showers continue to lift to the north today. And like I said, looking there around 2 o'clock, peak eclipse, maybe towards Albert Lea. Maybe get some decent views of it. Otherwise, it's a lot of cloud cover around here. More scattered rain as you go into the overnight hours, and then moving into Tuesday, looking like we'll have passing clouds, right there into the afternoon. A few sprinkles, not really out of the question, but again, wouldn't anticipate any widespread rain showers. But for the rest of the day, it's going to be a lot of cloud cover, southeast breeze, and a chance of a couple of showers later on this evening. Those 50s are starting to work their way in from the south for today. And then we'll talk about, I think these are Alexis's numbers, 60s and 70s midweek right into the weekend.
Oh, you know me so well, Jamie. Thank you. Well, there's still time to get your tickets to a gala this week where the Vikings will be honored for their work in the community. When we come back, leaders with the link tell us what we can expect. And a first of its kind restaurant and sake bar is in the studio today. So good. We're talking with Moto E in Foodie Finds.